Great. So we're on our low resistance bands today. So, going to start off, base of the big toe, base of the little toe and the heel. Find that start position with the pelvis. Switch those tummy muscles on. Shoulders back and down, head nice and long. Start off, twice hold your feet, swapping one side to the other. Adding the alternate arm to leg, reaching up to the ceiling. Good. One more either side. Take both arms forward and up to the top. Come on to the toes, really reaching up, and then bring those arms back and down. Good. Go again, up to the top, reaching up. Shoulders back and down. Lovely. One more. Perfect. Good. So let's grab our bands. Let's start off with folding it in half. My band has seen better days. And then tying a knot in it so it becomes a loop. Okay. So a loop and it's shoulder width apart. So feet on the floor, hands in the band, and then again come up to the top, reaching up. Bring those arms up to the top and then back down. Good. And then go again. And then back down. This time, stay with the feet on the floor. Come up to the top. You want to, those hands really need to look at each other. So I turn them in a little bit and then bend the elbows and then straighten them up. So bend the elbows and straighten up. So you're not letting your elbows come out to the side. They stay, that's too easy. Elbows out to the side, too easy. You bring them back behind your head, like that. And you see, it feels really tricepsy. Good. So you put that pressure through the band, bend the elbows, straighten. Good. Two more. Bring those arms out in front. And then feet, knees over for the second toes, and then come forward into your squat. And then back. So nice deep squat. Good. Last two. And then bring one foot forward, one foot backwards. Come into a lunge on that front foot. Take the shoulders back and down, bring the arms out straight and gentle pressure out to the side. Then we're going to bring that back leg back to meet the front leg, slide back. Forward and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then bring that leg back, lift and toe touch down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then step back onto that leg and you're going to bring yourself down into a lunge and stay there. Bring the arms forward, up to the top. And then back down. Go again. Good. One last one. Oh, it becomes a burn towards the end. Okay, we're going to swap over. Other leg forward. Into a lunge. Shoulders back and down. So you've got the weight on that front leg. You're stepping the back leg back and back to straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Leave that leg back there, shoulders back and down. Weight that front leg, lift and lower for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wobbling, 8, 9, 10. Forward pear shape. Stand on that back leg into your lunge, dropping that back knee down towards the floor. Arms forward, up to the top. Good. One last one. Perfect. And then bring those feet a bit wider apart. Get rid of your band. Going to slide down one side, reach up and over the top, and then back. Slide down the other side, up and over the top. One more each way. Brilliant. And then come down forward. Bring the hands to the floor. Relax through the head. So just see if you can switch off that tension in the back of the neck. And then stack those vertebrae one on top of the other. Shoulders back and down at the top. Bring those feet back to hip width apart. Going to bring your arms into that Cossack position there. Switch the tummy muscles on and twist into a spine twist. And then back the other way. Good. One more each side. Back to the centre and then soften the knees and drop down through that roll down. Breath in to hold at the bottom and then back up. Stacking those vertebrae one on top of the other. Shoulders back and down at the top. Good. So then come into line when you're back on the mat. Okay. So feet and knees together. Find that start position with the pelvis. Switch those tummy muscles on and bring those arms out to the side. And then we're going to come into that level 2 hip twist. Breath in to prepare. Take both knees to the right, head to the left. And then all the way back, knees to the left, head to the right. Probably do it live, Caroline.
I think it's going to be weird because I'll see myself when it's in the.
Good. One more either side. And then back to the centre. And then come into that double tabletop, feet and knees at 90 degrees. And then just breath in to prepare, both knees to the right, head to the left. Good. One last one. And then back to the centre. Feet and knees hip width apart. Bring the hands down onto the hips. And then we're just going to come into our hip twist level 4. So you're going to take that right knee and foot out to the side, back to the center, left knee and foot out to the side, back to the center. So the pelvis is staying nice and still. Good. One more either side. And then just take those knees to your chest. Give them a little hug, little rock from side to side. Grab your looped band. Pop that round your hands. Hands at 90 degrees, feet and knees back in that double tabletop. You're going to take that right foot to the floor, slide away along the floor and bring the arms overhead. Fold back in, back to your start position, left foot to the floor, slide away, arms overhead. Good, so out breath as you push away, in breath as you come back. Good, one last one. And then really think about pressing those ribs down into the mat. This time we're going to be on a straight leg, so you're pushing away, bring the arms overhead. Fold back in, other side. Fold back in. Good, so don't forget to breathe, out breath, in breath. The nearer you bring that foot to the mat, the more you're working those abs. Good, one more either side. And then knees to chest, little rock from side to side. Good work. So back into the double tabletop, with feet and knees together, get rid of your band. Bring the arms to 90 degrees. And then this time, you're going to bring those hands out to the side and get that nice stretch through the front of the shoulders. And then back to the top. So keep those 90-degree angles, keep those ribs pressed down. And then you're working the abs quite hard, just holding that position. Good, so then bring the arms out to the side and then come above your head with the hands. So the fingers join just above your head to get that lovely stretchiness through the front of the shoulders and then back to the top. Good, one last one. Brilliant, and then bring the hands down and bring those feet back down. Oh, it's enough tabletop for a while. Okay, we're going to take the towel out from underneath our heads and come into our shoulder bridge. So hands down by your side to start with. Flatten the back and peel up into that shoulder bridge, opening up through those hips. Breath into hold and then back down. Good. One last one. Brilliant. So then, bring the right hand behind the thigh and stretch the right leg up to the ceiling. Circling with the foot, just to get a bit of stretch through those hamstrings. Good. And then back down. And then the left side, reach that up to the ceiling. Circling the foot. Good. And then back down. So we're still thinking of our shoulder bridge, but this time we're coming into our tabletop on the right side. You've got your foot, your left foot on the floor, not too far away from your bottom. And then you're going to push with the left foot, the whole of the left foot, the front and the back of the foot, and push into your bridge. And then come back down. So it doesn't matter if you do any peeling off of the vertebra, it's really about the glutes. So you're pushing up into that bridge position, and then you're coming back down. So you want to keep those glutes working, otherwise you're going to cramp with those hamstrings. Good. On the next one, stay in that position, lifted, hands down by your side, and then lift that straighten that right leg. Bring that down level to the other side and back up. 2, so keep going. 3, 4, and 5. Brilliant. So fold that leg back in. Bring yourself back down, knees to chest. That's kind of an amalgamation of some other shoulder bridge things. Okay, so take that left leg into tabletop now. So you're thinking about the right foot, push through the whole of the right foot and come up into that shoulder bridge. Lifting up, making sure that glute is doing some work, and then back down. And then go again. And then back down, good. So another 3. Good. So on this last one, or on the next one, if you've gone back down, straighten that left leg. Keep that hip lifted so that you're not dipping down on that right side. Then bring that leg level and up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. And then fold back in. Come back out of that shoulder bridge. And let's do knees to chest. Brilliant. So bring those feet back down. Grab that towel from underneath. Go pop it back underneath your head. Bring your hands behind your head there. And let's come into some abdo prep. So elbows out to the side. Lifting head and shoulder off the mat. And then back down. Last one. Brilliant. And then just straighten both legs out. Bring those arms overhead. And then we're just going to knees to chest and come up into sitting. You're going to grab the band, untie your knots, and then tie the band around the knees. So you've just got that little bit of tension through the band when the band is hip width apart. Okay, so switch those tummy muscles on and come into that double tabletop again, feet hip width apart. Keeping that left leg still, take that right leg out to the side. Back to the centre, left leg out to the side, back to the centre. So you're moving one leg out to the side, but the other one is resisting the movement. Good. One last one. Then you're going to take that right foot down to the floor, but have a bit of a stretch of the band as you do that. Back to the centre, left foot down to the floor, back to the centre. If you like, add in the abdo prep to that one. So you're lifting the head and shoulders off the mat, supporting the head with the hands, and then take one leg down, back up. Good. So the out breath as you bring that leg down, in breath as it comes back up. 4 more each side. 3, 2, and 1. And then just bring those knees to chest and do that little rock from side to side. Good work. Okay, so then bring those feet back down, switch those tummy muscles on. You can have the hands on the hips if you like. You're going to slide that left leg away to straight. Bend at the ankle and then lift and lower for 10. So you're on the descent, you're working against the resistance of the band. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Slide that leg back in. Other side. Push that left leg away, bend at the ankle, lift and lower for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Fold back in. Knees to chest. Little rock from side to side. Bring those feet back down and then just stretch those arms out. Get that lovely stretch through the whole of the front of the body. We're going to come and turn onto our side with the band still in situ. Bring your arm long underneath the towel there. And you've got your feet, bum, shoulders all lined up against the back of the mat. Find that start position with the pelvis. So you're keeping the feet on the floor and that bottom knee on the floor, and you come into your level 1 climb. So you're opening up through the front there. Good, 5 more. Good, so then lift those feet into that level 2 position and then go again. So a bit harder now with the band. Good, 5 more. Good, so then drop that bottom leg down onto the mat. Keep that top leg lifted. Keep that tension through the band. So don't let those knees come together. And then take that top foot to the ceiling. And then back to level. Good. On the last one, see if you can hold that position. So you've got that gentle pressure through the band, and then you just hold in that position with that foot towards the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down. And let's do another set. So lifting that foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feeling the burn. One more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down and give those hips a bit of a rub there. Good work. Okay, so we'll go for some long legs. Okay, so hand on the hip or hand down by your side. And we're going to lift and lower with that top leg to start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then lift both legs. And then drop that lower leg back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, that was such a burn. Brilliant. So get rid of the band for a second. Put that on the other side. Well, we're coming to our arm openings to give the legs a little bit of a rest. Okay, so one arm on top of the other. Take that top arm up over the top. Get that lovely stretch, front of the shoulder, middle of the back. And then back. Let's do 2 more. Brilliant, and then straighten out that top leg. So keep the bottom leg bent. We're going to start off with our circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then just 10 lift and lowers to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, and then give those hips a bit of a rub. Brilliant. Okay, we're gonna come on to the other side, but through sitting, so we can just reattach that band. Okay, so into side lying on the other side. So find that start position of the pelvis. Some length through that top hip. And then coming into that level 1 plan. Good, one last one. Keep that length through the top hip, bring those feet into that level 2 position, and then go again. Good, last one. Brilliant, and then drop that bottom leg down. Keep that top leg lifted, and then just taking that foot to the ceiling, keeping that tension through the band, and back down. Good, so then we're going to lift that foot to the ceiling and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down, and then go again, lift to the ceiling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back down, final set, lift, keep that knee nice and parallel, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down. Good work, give those hips a bit of a rub. That's a real toughie. Okay, straighten those legs out. We're going to lift and lower with that top leg. So hand on the hip if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9, and 10. Good. So then lift that top leg to hip height, lower leg to join. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And both legs back down with those hips a bit of a rub. Good work. Take the band off. And then bring your arms through into the arm openings. So take that top arm up over the top, get that nice stretch front of the shoulder, middle of the back. And the back. Good. One last one. And then bring your arm along underneath your towel. Stretch that top leg out, get some length through that top hip. And lift and lower. No circles. Circles back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And then lift and lower. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then those hips a bit of a rub. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. Okay, turn onto your front. Let's start off with the forehead rested on the towel. And let's come into our cobra stretch. So hands underneath the shoulders, coming up, cobra stretch, and then back down. Good, last two. Brilliant. Okay, so then hands down by your side, by your hips, turn the hands facing up. Then we're going to take the shoulders back and down, switch the tummy muscles on, and lift those hands and hold them for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave the hands lifted and then unweight the forehead and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So then bring the hands 90 degrees so they're opposite the ears there. You're going to take the shoulders back and down, switch the tummy muscles on, and then lift those hands off the floor. 5, 4, 3, And then awake the forehead, hold the hands there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back down. Slide the hands up a bit more. You're going to lift those elbows, lift the hands, and then switch those tummy muscles on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lift the forehead, hold there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back down. Good work. So then take the shoulders back and down, leave the hands where they are at that high position, and then lift the right hand with the left leg. Back down, left hand, right leg. Back down. So remember to keep those tummy muscles switched on so there's not too much arching through the back. Good. Four on this side. And then bring the hands underneath the shoulders, come up into 4-point kneeling, onto hands and knees. Arch the back, drop back onto the heels, and just reach those hands forward. Into that nice child's pose stretch. And then come forward, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. So we're going to slide that right leg out behind and lift and lower for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leave that leg lifted. Reach the left arm out in front. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then take the elbow to the knee and push away. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Okay, so find that start position with the shoulders again. Slide that left leg out behind this time. And then lift and lower for 10. So you're looking down in front of the hands. Good. Leave that leg lifted on that 10th one. Reach that right arm forward. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then right elbow to left knee. Push away. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Bring those hands back down underneath you. Come up onto the toes then, and just lift those knees off the mat. So you're getting that nice stretch through the feet. The core switching on, and then back down. Good. Move your towel out of the way. Bring your hands a bit further forward. And let's come into a high plank. So you're going to lift off those knees. Then you're going to come forward and come over the arms. Drop those hips down and then just do a little push forward on the toes and then back, getting a stretch through the back of the calves. So you do a little push forward and back. Good. 2 more. Brilliant. Bring those knees back down. Bring those hands back underneath the shoulders there. And then, so we're just going to do some thread the needle. So you're going to take that right arm up into the air, reaching into that rotation. Bend the left elbow and then reach through. And then come back up to the ceiling. Bend that left elbow and reach through. Good. On the next one, we're going to reach through and hold. So up to the ceiling, bend the elbow, reach through, and just rest the head down on the mat and get that really nice rotational stretch through the mid-back. Good. Come back to the top. We're going to swap over. Going to take that left arm up to the ceiling. Bend that right elbow. Reach through. So you get that really nice stretch through the mid-back. Come back up. Good. And on the last one, we're just going to maintain that rotational stretch. Rest that head down on the mat if you can and just really get that stretch through that mid-back. Good. Okay, so then we're going to come back into our 4-point kneeling. I'm going to give you an option of doing a pigeon, or you can come onto your back. So we'll start in, let me give you a demo. We'll start in a downward dog, but then we're going to bring the leg forward and then come into the pigeon. But if your knee isn't great, you might want to do the normal hip stretch on your back. Okay, but go back, that was my demo. Okay, so feet, knees under hips, pushing up to the ceiling, into your downward dog, just pushing up with the toes and bringing the hips up to the ceiling. So you get a nice straight back, and then you've got that nice stretch through the calves. Dangle the head, let the head relax. Good. Okay, so then you can lift that right leg up, come forward onto the hands, and bring that right knee to the right wrist. And then reach back into your pigeon position. Good. So you've got a lovely stretch through that right hip at the back and the left hip at the front. Come on to the fingertips and just get a nice straight back there and a stretch through the tummy. Good. And then bring yourself down and just hold that stretch for a few seconds. Good. Well, we won't go crazy because we don't want anyone to get stuck. So come on to the toe on that back leg. Bring yourself back into that downward dog. So bring those hips to the ceiling. And then you're going to lift that left leg up. Bring the hands forward. And then bring that left knee forward into that pigeon again. Good. So you get that nice, come on to the fingertips, nice stretch through the tummy. Good, and then come down, get a bit more of a deeper stretch and when you come down and you're just relaxing into that stretch there. Good, so then onto the toes and then bring yourself back into that downward dog. And then let's come into sitting.
We've done all our stretches. Okay, bring those feet together. Into that butterfly. I've merged into a bit of yoga at the end. Okay, so shoulders back and down. And then we're just going to take those knees out to the side. Bring your ear to shoulder one way. And then back. Ear to shoulder the other way. And then back. Go with one more each side. Good. So then stretch one leg out straight, tuck that other foot in to the inner thigh there, and reach down that straight leg. So you'll feel that stretch through the opposite side of the back. Good. And then swap over, other side, tuck that foot in, reach down that side. And then bring both feet forward and get those hands onto the feet if you can and just drop that head down. Feeling a bit of a stretch through the back of the neck, getting rid of the tension in the neck. Good. And then come up into standing. And then into a roll up. And shoulders back and down at the top. Good. Okay. So then we're going to take both arms forward and up to the top. Really stretch up with one and then the other. Then clutch, hold the hands together and turn the palms up to the top. I'm not sure how to describe that. And then side bend like a banana. And then back and side bend the other way. And then back. And then bring the hands behind your head and take the elbows back. Into a backward bend. Back to the middle. Shrug. Let go. Arms up to the top, all the way back down. Good. One more. Both arms forward and up. Really stretch. Bring the hands behind the head this time, and this time do a twist. Keeping those elbows back. Twist the other way. Back to the center. Shrug. Let go. Arms up to the top, and then all the way back down. Perfect. Brilliant. Well done, everybody. Glad you